Is Kubotan a good self-defense weapon? We'll see. So what is a Kubotan? Kubotan is basically a small stick that has some point to it, which means that all of the force generated from your strike, your push, will be centered into one small point, which basically means that the impact is going to be much bigger than if you were supposed to be trying with something bigger like your fist or whatever. There are of course many different types of Kubotans. You can see the ones with the cones, which means that it has a point in the end. This is how it looks. All the way to it doesn't have a pointy end and it has a point like this. And of course you can find even the ones that you can put into your fist. It will look something like this for usage. All the way to, as well, tactical pens. So it looks, and you can write with it, who would have said so. And it is still a Kubotan and a pen at the same time. Basically a tactical pen. Small as the point is going to be will depend how much force it's going to generate. Then it will differentiate if you are using it for striking with the Kubotan or actually using it for some pressure points if you want to use anything. Because with this, you can see it's very useful. If you are just looking at Kubotan as something that you are going to strike with, it is very useful because if we are talking about situation, I am grabbing and holding, try to hit me with the palm of your hand and it will do nothing. Try to hit me with a fist, and still, you will need many shots before anything happens. Take a Kubotan, and not even with much power, I will gladly let go of your hand. So as you can see, you don't even need much force, and I'm letting go as opposed to just trying to smash the hand. It's good to know where to actually put the pressure points. If you know where, it's going to be very painful. Like, for example, in between the fingers or upper the elbow, all the way to somewhere here, under the neck and behind the clavicle. Those are the points when if you put only a little bit of pressure, I will very gladly let go of it, no matter how strong and big I am. And this is the key advantage to why you should, or if you want to wear Kubotan, what is the biggest advantage? Because even if you are small or weaker, which in the street you probably are going to, it gives you the advantage because it is effective, it hurts, and it equals out the strengths very well. If you look at a fight between, or self-defense, little girl against a grown man, bare hands, and something like a Kubotan, the chances are much bigger. The same goes for I'm a boy and there's a grown man, or I am a grown man by myself, but there's twice as big, twice as strong man. Like I need something to equal out the strength, because although I cannot rely on my strength, I need to rely on some weapon. Imagine a child is walking and all of a sudden she gets grabbed, but he doesn't have anything, and now he's trying to hit me. It's not going to do much, right? But all of a sudden he can take out the Kubotan and very slightly let go, and I'll give me a couple of strikes to my face. Like very quickly I will think twice about if I really want to continue. All the way to he just cleared the way, and now I'm trying to grab him and he's trying to hit me with a hand, so I just grab and I do not care because the strikes are not doing anything. As opposed to, now there's a Kubotan in the hand and every single hit actually matters. Every single hit hurts and I will think twice again if I want to continue, which is a win for you. I will not try to be there and every strike counts. It's the same situation. We are talking about some rape situation. A small kid or untrained kid is down there and she's trying to defend herself from a blowjob. All of a sudden she decides to hit, which she can do, but with untrained person, any form of hitting is just not very effective. As opposed to, she grabs out the Kubotan and starts penetrating through, beating me there. Like there's such a big difference between the effectiveness of the hands and the Kubotans that is not even comparable. That's why Kubotan is very good for the self-defense. The same goes if you give a child or anyone who's untrained a knife, all of a sudden even he is dangerous. The same goes with Kubotan, but the difference is if it really is a knife, every single stab means blood. Every single blood means I can get infected. If you take a Kubotan that doesn't have very small, under 5 millimeters point, and it cannot penetrate, it completely evades all the bleeding. Nothing, it will be just thudding strikes. No bleeding, so no infection for you. There are also other advantages when it comes to Kubotan, because not only that it's very affordable, it's not the most expensive weapon you can find, all the way to what it's made out of, because it is made out of either wood or plastic. So when you are walking through, for example, airport, there's a big difference between I have steel baton and I have Kubotan out of wood or plastic. All the way to look how small it is and look where else you can put it. It's so small that you will have no problem carrying it. So everywhere you go, you are going to be willing to take it because it's so light and so small. If it's light and it's small, that means it's very easy to carry. If it's easy to carry, you are going to take it anywhere, and you can basically put it anywhere on your body. If we are talking about only the trousers, you can take it all the way from the back pocket, which means you have it right away in your hands, or even the front pockets. I have it here, and it's very easy. You have it in your hand, or even here, Opa. Or even here. Basically anywhere on the trousers. Even if you want to, you can wear it on your keychain because many Kubotans are made like this. So it's always ready and you always have it on your body. Even Kubotans can be a tactical pen, which is the advantage of itself. You have a pen with you. So that means not only I can ride with it, whatever, I always have something for self-defense. Then we are talking about all the way from pen to self-defense weapon. Of course, there are many types of whatever. Some even have, or most of them should have even a battery. So that's a cool advantage. You can ride it with it, which is the second one, and the third one, it's still a Kubotan. That means if it's a pen, you are always armed. You can get it through everywhere because it's not considered a weapon. It's a pen, which means that whenever you have a pen, you are never unarmed. The same goes if we are talking about we are in the office, some office workers, and there's an active shooter. Of course, we are not saying the pen is the best self-defense weapon against someone who has M4, but if we are thinking about I'm waiting for him with my bare hands and try to hit him, as opposed to grabbing something like this and getting right into his neck, face, and stabbing him with it, like what we are talking about, this is clearly a much bigger advantage. That's why even there, in an office where pens are everywhere, this can come to very good use. So it does have all the advantages that you want. It does have the effectiveness, it does have that it's cheap, it is affordable, you can carry it anywhere, it's very good hidden, and it's not considered a weapon, for example like this, a tactical pen. But these are all advantages. If we are talking about you have some training with it, better for you. Now it's not about I just want to somehow grab and somehow fight with it, but you actually know how. So even when a strike is coming, you know how to find the space, find the spots that you want to hit. You are better with it, your accuracy, striking power is bigger, all the way to it's harder to take it away from you. So of course the training, although it has all the advantages, is the biggest part. If you have the training, you are better with it. You may be asking, does Kubotans have any disadvantages? Because so far it looks like it's the perfect weapon. It does, and basically what you may think, if it's a distance, that's exactly right. Because unlike a baton, which gives us the reach advantage, Kubotans doesn't, because it's as far as your hand go. So if we are talking about I am trying to fight with a dog, with a Kubotan, like it's not the best thing in the world. The same goes if I have a machete, the same goes if more common weapon, all of a sudden I have a knife. Untrained person with a knife and untrained person with a Kubotan, every single time he hits me will hurt, but every single time I stab means you are bleeding out. So it's a good emergency weapon, that's not to say, but if it's a weapon I can pick to carry with myself, it just doesn't have the advantage of distance. It just doesn't. So in those cases, yeah, it's not maybe the best weapon that you can have, but if we are talking about things like it's a bar fight, it's a junkie, it's some alcoholic, or even rape, some hacks, chokes, in all of those things, the Kubotan covers it well. All those problems will be solved if you know how with a Kubotan, except of those small portion where it just doesn't help. But in all of the other cases, very good choice of a weapon. Unlike in all these instances like a pepper spray, this does have immediate effect. It's not 20, 40, 60 seconds. This, once you hit, has the effect right away. So it depends how you are looking at your self-defense. Is it a weapon that should cover everything? Or is like something like telescopic button completely illegal in my country? But maybe the Kubotans are not. So is this the best choice of weapon for me? Maybe, think about it. If the baton is illegal, why not? It's just good to know all the goods and all the best that the weapon that you carry has. This is going to be all for Kubotans for today, but we have plenty of more videos coming to the Kubotans because there's many questions that may arisen from this video. So if you want to see them, comment, like, subscribe to see more videos about the Kubotans and many other weapons and self-defense principles. Thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.